Welcome back to microcontroller and embedded system. Today we will study barrel shifter under data processing instruction. So in this video we will study what is barrel shifter, how does it work, and how can we make use of barrel shifter operations in combination with arithmetic instructions. So this is a typical part of any gun where we can see a pipe through which a bullet passes through out of the gun. This pipe is called barrel, and the stack of bullets, right, which are stored, the storage is called cartridge. When trigger is pressed, we can see that a bullet from the cartridge shifted to the barrel and passes out of the gun. So that's why I get a barrel shifter. And why exactly it is called barrel shifter? What happens is when a particular bullet is moved out of the cartridge, on the top there is a vacant place. Now this vacant place here in the top must be filled by bullets at the bottom. So this particular vacant place, so filled by this bullet. Now all the bullets from bottom to top have to be shifted one position upward. Now which is empty has to be filled by the bullet by moving all the bullets one position upward. And how exactly it happens? It never happens like every bullet move upward one by one. It doesn't work in that way. How exactly it works? See, when a bullet is transferred, all the remaining bullets will get shifted towards upward to fill the vacant place. So this is how I'll show it once again. So a bullet, right, when trigger is pressed, bullet passes through the barrel, it's shifted to the barrel and the bullet pass out of the gun. The vacant place here you can see, right, it is filled with, here the vacant place is filled with bullets by moving all the bullets at a time upward. Rather than filling the vacant place by bullets one by one, all the bullet transfer. So this type of shift operation, where if you consider every bullet is a shift bit, so all the bits will be shifted to the vacant place at a time, right? Unlike any other shifter where every bit transfers one by one. So we'll see that next slide here. Here you can see I have shown a 32-bit register. Two registers are there, one to give example how barrel shifter works and one to give example how regular flip-flop shifter works, which is there in the most of the processor other than ARM. So now in barrel shifter I'll make a left shift operation where this 0 will get transferred out of the register and there is a vacant place here, so all remaining bits must be shifted towards left. So this is exactly works in this way. Okay, you can observe this. When I shift that 32-bit register towards left, all the bits get transferred towards left one bit at a time. Whereas you can see the regular flip-flop, how exactly it happens. In regular flip-flop, every bit get transferred to the left position one by one. So this is the difference between barrel shifter and regular flip-flop shifter. Now let us see some characteristics of a barrel shifter, which are more interesting here because barrel shifter is completely unique type of shifting in when compared to any other shifters in any other processor. Now barrel shifters shifter rotate all 32-bit at a time. That's what I have shown in my previous animation. So all the 32 bits in a register are shifted at a time. Now most interesting part of the ARM with respect to barrel shifter is the shifter is called inline barrel shifter. Now what is inline barrel shifter? ARM processor allows to combine any other arithmetic instructions or data transfer instructions with barrel shifter instruction. That means barrel shifter does shift and rotate operation. Here I have taken one example, logical shift left. Okay, logical shift left. Now barrel shifter support. Just for example, I will consider left shift logic barrel shifter. Inline barrel shifter means we can make a shift or rotate operation along with any other data transfer instruction, data processing instruction. That means initially the shift or rotate operation works and the result is used as the one of the operand to the main instruction given. So this is a basically move instruction which takes two operand, where second operand is the source, first operand is the destination. But I have combined that move instruction with the left shift logical operation and for 2 bits. That means this left shift operation on second operand of the move instruction, that is this one R5. This is called second operand of the move instruction or last operand. Basically it can called as last operand of the move instruction. Now what is this? Content of R5 will be shifted towards left for 2 bits, and whatever the result is obtained, that result is transferred to the R7. Means result of shift operation is obtained as considered as a source operand for the move instruction. Look at the add. We know that add instruction basically takes 3 operands, 2 source operands which are get added, and the sum is stored in destination operand R0. Now which is the last operand here? R2 is the last operand, right? R2 is the last operand. I have combined this with logical shift left operation for 1 bit. We are not adding R2 with R1. Instead, we are making a left shift operation on R2 for 1 bit, and whatever the result we obtain, we are adding it to the one more operand R1 and storing result in R0. So this is how inline barrel shifter to be used with data processing instruction. Okay. Now there are some interesting thing or conditions or limitations that we have to follow while using barrel shifter in combination with any other instruction. That is, the inline barrel shifter operates only on last operand. You can see here move have 2 operands, so that R5 is the operand for barrel shifter. Similarly, add instruction takes 2 operand, then R2 is the operand for barrel shifter. So when the last operand of the main instruction, right, is the source for the barrel shifter. And one more thing is that last operand must be a register. That means if there is a move instruction like this, move R0, 20. I am trying to move value 20, decimal value 20 to R0. Now I cannot make any left shift operation or any other barrel shifter operation here. Why? Because barrel shifter operation do not consider, right, cannot consider the last operand if it is not a register. It must be a register. Now instruction, no, there are some restrictions, that there are some instructions which do not allow a programmer to use barrel shifter in line with that instruction, like a multiplication instruction or CLZ, QADD. These instructions do not allow barrel shifter to be in line with that instruction. Now let us take one example here. R5 value is 5, R7 value is 8. So I have taken move instruction example. As I told you earlier, initially last operand of move instruction means this R5, right? R5 content is shifted towards left for 2 bit. So what is R5 content? R5 content is I will write it in 8 bit. Okay, R5 content is 5. So this is 5. When it is shifted towards left, okay, for 2 bits. So 2 bits in the sense, so it will become zeros, then 1 0 1 0 0 0. So this is nothing but this is actually 20. So that value is 5. When it is shifted towards left for 2 bit, that value becomes 20. So now I am moving 20 to R7. That's why after execution of this instruction, R7 value is 20. But R5 value did not change. So inline barrel shifter do not change the register value. Okay, source register value. So this is how it works. Now, what are the different barrel shift operation? Till now in example, I have taken left shift logical operation. Basic 5 type of shift operations. You might have studied around 4 logical left shift operations and 4 rotate operations. in most of the processor, but ARM processor in that barrel shifter particularly supports only 5 shift and rotate operations, that is 3 shift operation and 2 rotate operation. Which is supported by barrel shifter is on 2 logical shift operation, logical shift left and logical shift right, which do not consider a sign of the operand, or it do not consider any operand value as signed. Okay, then in after logical shift operations, barrel shifter supports one arithmetical shift operation, that is arithmetical shift right. So there is logical shift left and logical shift right. Also arithmetical shift right, barrel shifter do not support arithmetical shift left. That means that according to mathematics, arithmetical shift left is equal to logical shift left itself. So that's why there are only 3 instruction shift instruction the barrel shifter supports, and 2 rotate operation. You should know that barrel shifter do not support left rotate operation. So one it supports is rotate right. One is rotate right with extension, that is nothing but in computer organization we have studied it as in the name of rotate with carry, rotate right with carry. Okay, so rotate right and rotate right with carry, these are the 5 operations that supported by barrel shifter. These are its notation. So here x is nothing but last operand or last register of any other instruction. For example, when I said move r0 comma r1, and if I write lsl and #1, right? So this operand, right, is called x, this is shift operation, and this is y. Okay, that's what here it means. Shift and operates on a left operand is a register of any other instruction, right? Last operand of the any other instruction, it must be register. On the right side, y is a value that decides how many times the left shift or rotate operation has to be in the RRX here. That means rotate right with extended, okay, rotates any data that is x towards right only 1 bit at a time. You cannot rotate it multiple bits. Okay, only once we use our rotate right extended instruction, we can only rotate right a data once. Okay, so this is a meaning. The addressing modes or the syntax for rotate or shift operations here. So what is the meaning of syntax in this sense? So I told you any shift operation, there are 5 shift operations, right? 3 shift operation, 2 rotate operations. It is supported by a left side x, that must be a register, right? That must be a register. So that's why you take here shift operation, left operand, right, or the source operand of the shift operation must be a register. And on the right side, how many times a shift operation or rotate operation has to be done, that is right side operand might be a number directly or maybe a register. So there are 2 type of syntax for any, you take any operand, any operation, that 5 operations supported barrel shifter, it has 2 type of syntax, right? That means on the right side, to inform how many times rotate or shift, that number you can pass as an immediate number or you can take it as a register. So that's why if you consider LSL, right, source operand must be a register, destination operand must be can be a immediate data or it can be a register. Other type of or other 4 types of shift or rotate operations on processor barrel shifter, except rotate right with extension. I told you rotate right with extension do not take, right, any operand to mention how many times it has to be rotated. So this is how syntax of the various operations supported by barrel shifter. Now there is one more example we have taken here, where we have taken status register, right? That is status flags, negative flag, zero flag, carry flag, and overflow. So I have used move instruction and optional yes, which affects the, I am allowing my instruction execution to affect the status register CPSR, right? And I am not moving here R1 to R0. Instead of I am making a left shift operation on R1 by 1 bit. by 1 bit. So this is my R1, and that here I am transferring it to R0. So here, so this data, that is R1 data, when you transfer to R0, the value has been changed because we have applied a left shift operation on 1 bit of the R1, I mean towards 1 bit of the R1. So this is how barrel shifter works. The barrel shifter is called inline barrel shifter in ARM processor, which can be used to combine shift or rotate operation along with any main instruction, and it works on the last operand of the main instruction, which must be a register. So this is how barrel shifter works.